Hello, and welcome to, I guess it's episode 3, if we're doing episodes of Fairly Unbalanced with me, Mike. Um, and I'm new to all this stuff, so I'm not exactly sure what I think I'm supposed to say. Click the subscribe button and like me and ring the bell. And I'm pointing not at my genitals, but at the stuff that's below the YouTube channel, as you probably knew. Though, everybody to their own. Um, so yeah, a few thoughts for today. First, some of you may be surprised to see this. My long-live Donald Trump exclamation point cheer. But yes, it's something that I really think we should all be praying for Donald Trump to live a long, painful, but a long, long life. It's going to be good for us in the end, I think. I'll explain why in a minute. But before getting there, I wanted to just talk for a couple of seconds about the fundamental differences that I think exist between our team and their team. Define that as you will. Progressives and conservatives, assholes and good people, Democrats and neo-fascists. Whatever it is, the authoritarian impulse versus the democratic impulse, or people on opposing sides. And I think one of the fundamental truths about our team is that we look around the whole beautiful world that we live in, and we know there are 8 billion people, and we kind of figure that most of them are, given a chance, are pretty decent. Regardless of religion or ethnicity or color or age or gender identity or any of those things, and we kind of think that in the end, just the sheer mass of decency in the world is going to win. But in the short term, we worry because there is a concerted effort to prevent that from happening. And that is our battle. The other side, I think, looks around the whole grand scope of the world, and they don't see people that they view as allies. They see adversaries. And their cadre, if you're in the United States today, it's largely white, Christian, evangelical, virulently heteronormative. They look around the world and they see the people of different ethnicities and different religions, all of that as a threat. And it's their job to fight like hell to prevent the onslaught of whatever the hell it is that they perceive is going to change their world. And so in the short term, they're deeply engaged in a fight to win, whereas we always seem to be engaged in a battle not to win now. We hope for victories now, but we understand our world is when that moral arc of the universe finally bends towards justice, and we're pretty sure that we're not going to see it in our lifetimes, but goddamn it, we're going to do what we can to fight the bastards until we get there. So I think those are some basic fundamental differences between our groups, and because of that, it sometimes is difficult as a progressive anti-fascist, love pretty much everybody but the assholes type of person. It's strange to feel hope. It's strange to feel like we're actually winning. But I gotta say, man, the past couple of days I feel good. I feel like the tide might be turning, that the arc of the universe is bending towards justice. Hallelujah. And I know this is strange to say. I know it is our inclination to be fearful. But I think it's going to continue if we look at the basic tectonic forces that are controlling American politics in the near to middle future. Consider these things: our enemies, our opponents, them, the MAGA people, are right now, they're defeated and divided. Yay. They may still win the House of Representatives. If they do win the House of Representatives, then, oh, hallelujah, we get, the next 2 years are going to be all about Hunter Biden's laptop. And, well, this may be incredibly embarrassing for Hunter Biden and the First Family. The world is not going to turn on whether Hunter Biden did a rail of coke off of Washington, D.C. escort's tit. It's just not, though they will focus on that, and the voters will see that, and they'll kind of go, you know what, enough of this. At least that is my belief. If we hold the House, if Speaker Pelosi retains her position of authority, then we continue to move forward as we have. We have our internal struggles with the mansions and the cinemas, but we get some legislating done, and Adam Schiff and the rest of them on the January 6th Commission continue to keep railing Donald Trump, and that's just a beautiful thing to watch. And that, I believe, helps us, provided that the economy doesn't absolutely crater. Because 2 years from now, we're still going to have the same fundamental choices of our team versus their team, and as the voters showed us, their team are insane. The real beauty, however, is that right now, as mentioned in a previous video, the forces within the MAGA fold are set to absolutely tear into one another, because we know one thing about Donald Trump above all things. He is a narcissist who exists to consume the world and shit it into a golden toilet so he can look down and say, I did that. That's his operating principle. Understand that about him, you understand everything about him. And there is not a chance in hell he is going to look at his potential future and say, you know what, maybe it would be better for the party and the nation if I were just to take an emeritus role, a quieter role in the governance of our great nation. No, he is going to battle this to the very, very end. If he wins that battle, then we get to fight him again, and we've already shown that we can defeat him. There are more of us than there are of him. There are of them when he's on the field. Brilliant. If he gets into that battle with Ron DeSantis or Greg Abbott or Runny Guy or whomever, wonderful, because then come the next election cycle, all of his people who are fanatically devoted to his cult, or enough of them, stay home, and once again, we win. Second tectonic plate. If Donald Trump is indicted on a crime, this only comes out to the good for us. We get discovery, and we get to watch a trial, and you know, the one thing that is absolutely true is that he's guilty of pretty much everything that he's been accused of. And so we just get to tear him apart in public, and it's a beautiful thing. And the Republicans are really angry, and they hate us, and they hate the rhinos, and they hate everybody who ever says, you know, maybe Donald Trump taking the nuclear secrets to Mar-a-Lago wasn't such a good idea. After all, if a Republican says that, they're off the team. It's going to be gorgeous. But the one way that the Republicans can find unity is if this asshole becomes a martyr. If finally one of those million hamburgers reaches out from his esophagus and grabs his aorta and yanks it down, and Donald Trump goes from being an annoying orange man to being a less annoying gray man, then they have their path forward. If that happens, then they have their martyr, and they can all say, well, he may have had his excesses, but he really motivated the base, and he really got the people behind him, and yes, he sometimes said things that were a little untoward, you know, about Mexicans, or people who have physical challenges, or the litany. But that all is forgotten, and he is just their heroic leader who has passed on. So as I look forward as a progressive who looks around the world and sees a positive future in the long term, but not necessarily in the short term, I feel hope if and only if that horrible man stays alive. And so, before signing off for the day, I would like to offer my thoughts and prayers for Donald Trump and the Trump family. I hope that he lives for many, many, many more years, and I hope that someday soon the forces of justice come to find him and they put him in a jumpsuit that will match the tone of his skin. Let us put him in orange, but keep him safe. So long live Donald Trump, and fuck the fascists. Also, if anybody can give me the reference for my Deep Stacks Gen X shirt, mention it in the comments, or do whatever you're supposed to do in comments. I don't know how the hell any of this is supposed to be done, but I do know that I end these things by saying, love to you all. We'll see you soon.